So, in terms of networking, there are three types of communication. One is unicast mode of communication, next is multicast, and the other one is broadcast. Okay, so there are three modes of communication when it comes to network switches and routers. So unicast, coming to unicast is like, consider this is a device. Okay, and there are devices A, B, C. Unicast is when specific device wants to send data to only single device, only other single device, then it is called unicast. Okay, multicast is like, say let's take three devices ABC. Some devices will register to a group. Okay, so when one device wants to send data to specific group of devices, see, when one device wants to send data to specific group of devices, then that is called multicast. And broadcast, when single device wants to communicate with all other devices, let's say there are n number of devices, this one single device wants to communicate with all other devices, then we call it as broadcast. Okay, and now comes types of MAC address. Okay, so MAC address is also whether it can be unicast, multicast, or broadcast. So unicast MAC address is the actual MAC address that is assigned to any network interface card. Okay, this is the actual MAC address that is assigned to the network interface card. Switch fills MAC address table to unicast MAC address and maps to the specific ports. Let's say a device is connected to the second port of the switch. Okay, so when the device is connected to the second port of the switch will read that MAC address of the device which is connected to that, and it will record in the table of that particular switch. Unicast MAC address can be anything. We can say, like, example like this. So we can consider this as one unicast MAC address. And next comes the multicast. So multicast is like, sometimes some specific group of devices wants to receive the similar data. So in that cases we use this multicast MAC address. So for in this case, what happens is several devices will register to a single stream. So sender will send one stream to destination multicast address. So instead of sending to multiple unicast MAC address, these devices will get registered to one multicast MAC address. So the sender will send to that particular MAC address. So whatever the devices which are registered with that will receive the data. Okay, so destination IP will be multicast MAC addresses IP. So it will be mapped to destination multicast map. So to recognize this, there is first three bytes in the MAC address are registered this like this. 01005E. So multicast MAC address will always starts with 01005E. So multicast MAC addresses can only be used as destination MAC address. We can't send let's say if we make this as the source MAC address. Okay, how are you going to send the data from multiple devices to one device? Okay, just imagine in that way. Okay, if we set a multicast MAC address as a source MAC address, then the frame will be discarded. So just remember, for multicast MAC address, the first three bits are always 01005E. Next, broadcast MAC address. Okay, so broadcasting, in the name only it is the broadcast. Whatever the frame you receive, whatever the devices are in the network, you just have to flood the packet. So broadcast packet will be like this: FF in hexadecimal format, or it will be 111111111111 in binary format. Okay, so if a switch receives from the destination MAC address as this one or this one, then it will send such frames to all ports except the port from which it is received. The switch will send the packets to all ports except from the port the frame is received. All devices should be in the same switch network for this broadcasting to happen. Broadcast MAC address is a destination MAC address. It can't be used as a source MAC address. If you use broadcasting MAC address as a source MAC address, similar to how multicast packets are discarded, broadcast packets also will get discarded. Thank you.